Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Delivery Driver. Today we're doing Amazon Fresh. Now, I was waiting for at least a month of me doing this before I come and talk about it, because there's no point in me, sharing my advice unless I've gone through everything that you can think of in terms of Amazon Fresh. And a lot of people have sent me messages asking me, well, particularly those who are just thinking of setting up with Amazon Fresh or Amazon Flex, and they wanted some advice, and a lot of people ask questions. So let's go through the core elements. Number one, Amazon Fresh is a grocery store delivery arm of Amazon, and there are a number of Amazon Fresh stations across London. I believe there are two, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to the one in Park Royal, which is close to Wembley. Now, I'm pretty lucky because I live in Wembley and I have Amazon Logistics, or the core Amazon, right next door to me, literally. And then I have Amazon Fresh on my doorstep. So I'm really lucky in that respect. So living close to a station is always a positive, particularly if you want to get last minute blocks, which I'll talk about in another post. Okay, so going back to Amazon Fresh. So Amazon Fresh is all about groceries. Now, the good thing with Amazon Fresh is that you get a maximum, unlike Amazon Logistics, you get a maximum of 5 or 6 deliveries per shift. The downside to Amazon Fresh is that you only get a maximum 2-hour blocks, minimum 1 hour, but maximum 2 hours. But the pay is better. You get a minimum of £17 an hour, whereas with Amazon Logistics, I think the minimum is £15.50 an hour. The plus side of Amazon Fresh is that because you're only having 5 or 6 deliveries, it's so much more relaxed and not so stressful. Most of the time when you go on a block, the deliveries are also close together. However, be warned, there have been occasions when I've gone where they've spread out quite a lot. It just, again, like everything in terms of Amazon Flex, which I keep going on about, like, you might get tired of me saying it, but it is literally all about potluck. Amazon Fresh also has a much better system in terms of picking up your shipments. The station is a lot friendlier as well. They have toilets, they have a vending machine which is discounted, and they have free coffee and hot drinks, like a drinks machine. It's not so frantic and hectic and manic like Amazon. So in that respect, you feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable, a lot more at ease. It's not so stressful, and you have a lot of amenities and services that you can utilize. The thing is with Amazon Fresh, a lot of people always say, but can you finish earlier as well? Yeah, of course you can. Again, being efficient. Follow my advice and guidance. Be efficient. Number one, like right now, I've got a block at 10:45 until 12:45. The earliest you can check in is 10:30. I want to get there at 10:25, so I can check in exactly at 10:30. The difference here is self-check-in, which I'll show you in a second once we get there. Unlike Amazon, doesn't matter when you check in. It's potluck in terms of when you get called up or what location you get and so on and so forth. You literally just drive in all together, and then you start getting your carts. Over here, the earlier you check in, the quicker you get your cart, unlike Amazon. So with Amazon, as I said, you're all checking in whenever, but you only get let in together. It's not like first come, first serve. Whereas with Amazon Fresh, if I get there now, and it's time to check in, I can check in, and then I'll get my cart straight away, literally. So that's a plus thing. So that's why it's even better and more beneficial with Amazon Fresh to get in and check in early, because then you'll get your car early, you can load your vehicle early, and what can you do? You get on to your delivery early and finish early. And that's the whole point, right? Is to finish early so you maximize the pay that you're getting, work for like an hour and a half. Now, I've been doing this for like over a month, and on average, I've been finishing a minimum half an hour early every time. Sometimes I finish in an hour. So that's pretty good. Again, about £32. In that case, it'll be like £34, because it's £17 an hour. So £34 for an hour's shift, not too bad. Even if it was an hour and a half, still pretty good. Anyway, we're on our way. We're gonna get there in a minute, and then I'll show you about how to check in and so on once we get there. So this is the Amazon Fresh in Park Row. It's an industrial, so I'm showing this video because I know a lot of people, when I first came there, I was like lost. So you come through the gates. As you get through the gates, you go right to the end. You go right to the end over here. And then we have the Amazon Fresh station, which is a small station, but that's, you know, it's more personal. And I'll show you. We get in over here, and then we'll go through the check-in process and what have you together. But that's it. That's the Amazon Fresh building over here, and these are the vehicles all lined up apart. A lot more relaxed. You're not waiting in a queue and then being told to come in. You park up and you just wait. Literally, and it's first come, first serve, as long as it's your check-in time. So as you can see, guys, literally, you park up, you wait until it's time to check in, you check in, get your cart, load up your vehicle, and go. A lot more relaxed. I mean, you can see people over here loading up, and they'll just load up and go. It's so much more relaxed, and the great thing, as I said, that if you check in right on the dot, you literally can pick up and go immediately, literally, or pick up your cart immediately. Whereas with Amazon, you have to wait regardless of when they call you in batches, and then you go and get your cart. So the good thing over here is that they got a separate entrance here where you got toilets. So you actually have toilets, which is great. You can use. You got like a drinks machine, which is complimentary, and then you got this. It's empty today, usually it's full, but discounted as well. So at least they get some amenities and privileges for Amazon Flex, whereas in the warehouses you get nothing. So basically we just park up over here, wait until it's time to check in. I'll just take you inside quickly, and then I'll show you the check-in process once it's time for us to check in. So when it's time to check in, you just scan this QR code over here, and that's it, self-check-in. Once you scan that QR code, you wait inside to get your cart, which I'll show you later. So this is inside, all the carts are laid out, right? So basically, you wait until you're told which cart to get. If you can see, all the carts have numbers 32, 79, and so on. So literally, I'll show you on the phone, you're told which cart is yours, you just pick up the cart and you go. That's it, that's how easy it is. Now, because when you check in, which I'll show you, you're told what cart is yours, so the carts are ready. So that's what I'm saying, if you check in, right, you can pick up your cart and just go immediately. And that's the beauty of Amazon Fresh. But of course, it still means that you need to come early, check in on time, get your cart, and go, load your vehicle quickly, scan. It's got the same similar process. You need to still scan, but I'll show you that. And get off, right? All the elements, if they're in place, you're gonna be efficient. Come early, leave early, finish early. So he's just picked up his cart over there. He's just gonna go to his vehicle and load it and go. Again, with Amazon Fresh, it's potluck in terms of location and how many deliveries you have. But as I said, it's a maximum of 6. I've had occasions when I've only had 3. But you know, it's all potluck in terms of location as well, destination. Obviously, there's factors like what time of day you get your block will dictate how much traffic there is. Those are things that you know, like in your control, that you can control. The things that you can't control is where you're going to go for delivery, right? So you need to be able to control all the elements that you can, right? Being efficient, right? And the rest is potluck. We'll see today where our destination is and how many bags we're going to have. Let's see, fingers crossed. I've locked, guys, 10:45, 12:45, Amazon Fresh. I'm just going to go through the whole process with you. Start. We're obviously here. Once you get
Navigation started.
Like anywhere else, you say you parked and then you're ready to check in, but I can't check in until 10:30 and it's 10:17. But you know, I want to be here early. The difference here as well is that, as I said, if you come early, so essentially 10:30 I check in and I can literally get my car immediately. Whereas with Amazon, even if you check in early, you still wait in the line until they call you to go in and then get your car. That's the difference with Amazon Fresh. But anyway, we're waiting. Can't click start work yet. It's not 10:30. We'll do that and then I'll show you the process. As always, guys, just to give you some advice, it's all about being efficient. So I'm waiting now to check in, right? Make sure your car's clean, organized, everything's put away. I always open my boot before I go and check in. Again, it's saving a few seconds. So when I bring my car, I just load it quick. But you know, make sure that your vehicle, everything's ready. You know, everything's organized. If you're gonna pull down your seats in advance. You know, you just make up as much time as possible. Be efficient, right? Because anyway, I'm sitting here doing nothing, right, until I can check in. And I want to check in exactly 10:30, which is another 10 minutes away. And literally get my car, load and go. Again, the objective is to leave by 10:45, which is my block time, similar to Amazon. But the difference here is that if I check in on time, I can get my car literally within a minute. Unlike Amazon, you have to wait anyway until they call you in. My major advice to you guys, if you are planning to do Amazon Fresh, remember, although it's only 5 or 6 deliveries, but you're dealing with normally 20, 25 bags, because it's food shopping, you're gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes even 10, 11 bags for one location. So you need to make sure you invest in a trolley. And I've got a trolley in the back over here, always ready to go, and I'll show you in a second now. But you need a trolley, because otherwise, if you're going into an apartment block or even a house and you want to carry, you know, 10 bags, 6 bags, 5 bags, it can be a struggle, and you're gonna waste time going back and forth between your vehicle to pick up bags. So make sure you invest in a trolley. So this is my trolley over here. I always keep it over here. It's really easy. It just folds out like literally in seconds. There you go, done. So I use this trolley. I'll put the link where you can buy it on Amazon. But literally that's what you want to get, is a trolley to help you. So I'm almost ready to check in. So I'm going to get my car ready. I've unlocked all the doors. Get the boot open. We're ready to load. And let's go inside. You need a trolley. You see all these water bottles. Imagine having this car. It's got all these water bottles and you want to be carrying that, or even this one here. These are heavy. Water bottles, a lot of water bottles. So definitely invest in a trolley. Trust me, it's going to help you. This is trolley cart number 15. If I had this, I would struggle if I didn't have a trolley. 10:30, click start work. Then scan. That's it. Ready to go. It's clocked in. It's matching you with a route. And we just literally have to now wait until it's found us or told us which car to collect. So it's going to the next stage, finding a route, then it will prepare your route, and then it's ready for pickup. Normally it's really, really quick, but for some reason, a minute's gone by, it hasn't allocated me a cart, even though there's so many carts here already. Sometimes there is a glitch. So yeah, it's all about IT as well at the end of the day, but yeah, we're just waiting for it to tell us which cart is ours. It's even more important to check in quick, because it's basically a queuing system. So once we've checked in, everyone else is going to be checking in, and then if we checked in first, then we'll be allocated more quickly. Hopefully the allocation will come quick. As you see, a lot of people checking the cart to see what location it is, because obviously it has the locations on there. Like this is W2. Everyone is looking at all the cars to see what the location is, but I think that's pointless because it doesn't really make a difference. It's all potluck. Guys, remember you can wait in the car. That's a good thing. You can wait in the car, it will buzz you and tell you when your car's allocated. So you can go outside, sit in your car rather than me waiting around over here until it's allocated. As I said, this is taking a bit long today. Normally it's like literally within a minute. But you know, we've checked in, that's the main thing. So it's just first come, first serve. We're still gonna aim to leave here by 10:45. That's the objective. Sometimes, just to let you know that guys, that they won't allocate you a car, just similar to Amazon logistics. Sometimes they overbook, and after a while, you can basically, it'll tell you, it'll give you a message that there's no carts allocated to you, and you can leave and you'll still get paid. Normally very rare, but sometimes it does happen. Lucky day, guys. It's 10:36. We still haven't been allocated. Frustrating, but you know, at least we're checked in. Still aiming to leave here by 10:45. You'll see a lot of carts with water. But obviously, naturally, people doing food shopping will order water from Amazon or Amazon Fresh because they don't want to bring heavy items from the supermarket into their houses. So they utilize Amazon for that, which is understandable. That's why you need to get a cart, because every single trolley, I mean, look at this trolley over here. This one's like just literally all water. I mean, if you don't have a trolley in your car for this, you're dead. You're gonna struggle. Imagine going up apartment block now with that. And you have to keep going down and up, down and up. Like when I'm taking a video, we haven't got an allocation yet. It's really strange. I mean, literally doesn't take that long. I mean, the most I've ever waited is like 5 minutes. But you know, it's not an issue. Today we're not really focused on finishing early, although we're still gonna finish early, trust me. Hopefully. I hope I'm not jinxing myself now. But yeah, we're still waiting for an allocation. Finally ready. So let's click on continue. And it's telling us cart number 70. And that's cart number 70 over here. So next thing to do is start scanning every single shipment. So let's crack on. And we scanned everything. Scanning complete. Ready to go. 26 parcels. Swipe to finish. And let's go and load our vehicle. It's ready, all loaded. Now I just want to show you, I've got my, on here it will tell you 1 of 2, 1 of 8 and so on. This is 2, 1 of 1. I put those always in the front. And then the 4s and the 5s I put here. So this is 5 bags here. This is what I'm saying when you get a lot of, this one's got 10 in total. All this is one customer. This is all one customer. So all organized, ready. That's what I'm saying, you need a trolley, 10 bags. And here is another 4 bags over here. So let's roll. So 10:50 we're leaving. First stop, it's Ickenham, Uxbridge area. Not too bad. So
navigation started.
22
East,
minutes.
Then in 900 feet.
Let's see how we get on.
left.
We're leaving 5 minutes late. All right, guys. So we're rolling off.
In half a mile, exit left.
Navigation system going. So we left 5 minutes late. I mean, it was unusual. Normally, it's not like that. They don't allocate a cart so late. But we're on our way. We're still aiming to finish early. It's a 20-minute drive to get there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5 deliveries. One of them was 10 bags. But yeah, let's crack on. To Amazon, you've got your information over here. So make sure you click on the information before you get to your destination so you're fully ready. 15 globally closed, thank God it's a house. It's 5 parcels. It says ring doorbell, please do not leave parcels outside ever. I've got 1 of 1, 2 of 2 ready to go. I know where everything is. I got a 4 of 4 and a 5 of 5 right behind me. So it's 5 bags. So I know that it's literally right behind me. Again, it's all planning, organization to be smart. It's about being smart. So I know I've got a 5 of 5 right behind my seat, yeah? So literally that means I just open the passenger door and get out. And that's what I'm talking about, being as organized as possible, as efficient as possible, knowing where everything is. I got my 1 of 1 in front of me here. And I got a 1 of 2 of 2 as well right here on the front seat, because there's small delivery. So I know, just grab it and go. And that's what you want to be doing. Efficiency. That's what the success is all about. Every delivery is potluck or allocation. So Uxbridge mostly tends to be houses, which is a good thing, particularly when you got like so many bags. But I don't know, I'll check to see if we've got any apartments in a second. But that's why I got a trolley. You need to get a trolley, guys. If you want to do Amazon Fresh, you need to get a trolley. Trust me, it's going to make your life easier. I put the link in the bio below. Just copy and paste it and buy a reasonable trolley. Folds up in 10 seconds, opens in 10 seconds, and that's what you need. It's going to save so much time, and you won't get back pain. Just going through the itinerary, thank God. So the first one is here, and then 2 parcels, 5 parcels, 2 parcels, 4 parcels, 5 parcels, 4 parcels, and 10 parcels. Every single one of them, thank God, is a house. So that's going to make life easier. But you know, I'm looking ahead, planning, and making sure that I'm organized and ready. But you know, we're going to our first location, which is about 18 minutes away. Guys, so we just arrived. Took 20 minutes to get here. So let's crack on with our first delivery. Okay, guys, we've got 2 more deliveries. It's 11:30 basically. So we'll definitely finish early. But you know, the difference between working in, I would call, rural areas, but there's no disrespect to my followers or subscribers living in Ickenham and Ruslip and Uxbridge. It's just obviously, yes, you benefit that everywhere's houses, and it's easier to deliver, but they're more spaced out. So I mean, this is like a 9-minute drive to my
lane B466
to my next destination. So they're a bit more spread out. Whereas if it was in like inner London, you know, more built up areas, they're much more closer together, literally like 1 minute apart. But when you come to these types of areas, you know, outside of central London, so to speak, then they're more spread out. But still, it's easier, so you can't complain. And we're still going to finish, hopefully, fingers crossed, early. I've got 2 more deliveries to do, and it's 11:30. Not even an hour's gone by yet. The thing with delivering to houses is that you obviously can drive up in the driveway and reverse in, and it's so easy to unload. But as I said, guys, obviously you got pros and cons of every option. And the pros of these locations are that they're all houses, hardly any traffic, easier to do, less stress, but they're more spaced out. But that's fine, you know, as long as you're working efficiently and planning ahead. So my next delivery is 4 parcels. I know I've got 4 in the back ready to go, and then my final one is the big one, the 10 parcel delivery. So let's crack on and let's finish on time. Things that I actually love about working with Amazon is obviously, you know, if you're a people-friendly person, you're going to love it. I love talking to people, you know, making them happy, say hello, you know, help them out, take their shopping in to the kitchen if they need it. So if you're a people person, you're going to love this job. The other benefit, which I really love, is that there's so many parts of London that you see that you would never have seen before, and some amazing locations. I mean, it's like a gold mine. Like, you find locations which you would never have known about. And I've often gone places and I've taken a picture, or I've gone onto Instagram or Google and typed the restaurant in, or the coffee shop, or the park, or just the location. Like, I went to this farm once where they have fresh eggs, like literally from like a vending machine, and I was like, what the hell, a farm in the middle of nowhere having egg vending machines. So, you know, I took a picture of that and I went there, you know, a few days later with the fam to get some eggs. You know, it's amazing. And that's the thing. You know, some beautiful residential areas that you go to, some amazing locations, and you know, I love it. You know, like right now I've got some beauty, like a lot of trees, green, you know, relaxing, calming, and that's amazing. So, you know, there are a lot of benefits about working, you know, with Amazon. A lot of people moan and groan, but I just think they're just moaners, to be honest. Biggest things that people moan about, which I just think is ridiculous, 2 things. Number one, they expect to not do any work and get paid. So they, you know, the last minute strategy thing, which I think is pointless. I mean, you have to earn your wage, right? And the second thing is, oh, you know, my location is like, right now I'm in, you know, Ickenham, Uxbridge area. So it's going to take me like, you know, 25, 30 minutes to get back home. But do you ever get paid to travel to work in any other job? So why do you expect to get paid to get to the location or return from the location? It is what it is, right? I mean, how can you moan about it? Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Just finished 11:54, return to station, 28 minutes to go back to the station. So we finished literally in 1 hour 10 minutes. Lovely jubbly, happy days. All right, guys, so lovely jubbly, we finished early, the main objective.
In
And remember,
half a mile, turn left.
navigation's going again. So remember, we even started late, right? We left late, but we still managed to finish early. Obviously, being efficient, having everything ready, scanning, loading, organizing, everything helps, right? And we're in a, not a built-up area, so we still managed to finish early. Obviously, locations and destinations all about pot luck. I wouldn't say we were lucky because obviously it has this, in these types of locations, you've got distance between the deliveries, but still, because of our efficiency and a little bit of luck, we managed to finish early, and that's what it's all about. Well, guys, on the phone, it says return to station when you finish. With Amazon Fresh, it always says, if you finish early, it always says return to station. Now, unless it's ridiculously early, like literally you finished a block in half an hour, there's no need to return to station, because basically that just tells you to go to the station because you might have some more pickups. But if you've finished like an hour early and it's going to take you half an hour to get back to the station, you're not going to get assigned any more shipments. So in such cases, you just don't have to go back. So don't worry about that message. That message will automatically come there. So once your block has finished,
in half a mile, turn left.
Automatically that will clear and you'll get paid. So don't worry about it. But as I said, if you finish ridiculously early, then it's better to go back to the station because you might be allocated more shipments. People, as I say, complain about Amazon Flex. But to be honest, you can see in a number of my videos, whether it's logistics or now with Fresh, you can finish early. Now, if I was an Uber driver or any other delivery company, there's no way you're going to earn £30-40 an hour. I won't say so easily, because at the end of the day, it's work, right? But efficiently, right? So that's why, in my opinion, I think people who moan about Amazon and Amazon Flex, I'm sorry, there's no justification in moaning about it. If you don't like delivery work, if you're not a people person, and you don't
0.1 miles, turn left.
Navigation again.
And then
and if you're not a grafter, then just don't do it. I mean, you can't work and then moan. If you don't like it, don't do it. Simple as that, right? But otherwise, you can earn decent money. I'm not saying that, as I've always said in my original post, you can't rely on Amazon as a substitute to full-time work, because you can only work legally 24 hours a week. But it's a great, if you like, backup plan to fill the gaps, to earn some extra cash. And, I think it really, really gives people an opportunity to be efficient in their lives, to earn extra income. And there's nothing to moan about, and I think all the moaners are just, you're always going to have haters and moaners. That's all I can say. Anyway, I hope you love this post. Like, subscribe, any comments, put them down below. I'll reply.